day, learners! It's me, Buddy S. Nave, your virtual educator. Once again, I'm here to discuss to you in conceptual approach what acceleration is. Are you ready to learn? Let's go! We have two objectives for today's lesson. At the end of the period, you're expected to 1. Operationally define what acceleration is, and 2. Describe when there is acceleration and when there is no acceleration. Are you familiar what acceleration is? So, what is acceleration? When there is acceleration, and when there is no acceleration. For our next slide, you are going to describe the speed, direction, velocity, and later the acceleration of each motion. You just simply choose whether it is moving at constant or changing motion. Are you ready? Okay, let's start with motion number 1. Describe the motion of the car. How we describe now the speed? Is it changing or constant? So based on our analysis, the speed is changing. Since the object is moving on a straight path, its direction is constant. So how will you describe now its velocity if there is a changing speed but a constant direction? If there is a change in speed, automatically there is a changing velocity. Is there an acceleration or there is no acceleration? We will answer that later. Are you ready for our motion number 2? Here we go. Okay, describe the speed. The speed is constant. How about its direction? Obviously, it is changing because it is moving on a curved path. What will be its velocity? If the speed is constant and the direction is changing, what will happen to its velocity? The velocity also changes, or there is a change in velocity because of the changing direction. And last, for our acceleration, is there an acceleration or no acceleration? We will answer that later on. Here comes our third motion. Okay, notice that from 0 to 15 seconds, its speed started from 0, later from 20, then to 40. So how we describe now the speed? The speed is changing. Since it is moving on a curved road, the direction also changes. If both speed and direction change, how will you describe now its velocity? Its velocity also changes. And how about for its acceleration? Is there an acceleration or there is no acceleration? We will answer that later on. Okay, here comes motion number 4. How will you describe now the speed? Obviously, the speed is constant. And its direction is also constant. What will be its velocity? Is it changing or constant? Since both speed and direction are constant, the velocity is also constant. Since the velocity is constant, is there an acceleration or no acceleration? Here comes our last motion. Motion number 5. Observe the car's motion. Oh, did the car move? So, how will we describe now its speed? Since the car did not move, its speed is 0. Its direction is none, and also its velocity is 0. So, if the velocity is 0, is there an acceleration? We will answer that later. Let us now summarize all our answers starting from motion 1 to motion 5 in order for us to answer if there is really an acceleration or no acceleration in each motion. For motion number 1, we answered changing speed, constant direction, and changing velocity. Notice that the velocity changes because of the changing speed. So, if there is a changing velocity, is there an acceleration? The answer is yes. There is acceleration because there is a changing velocity. There is a change in velocity because there is a change in speed, even if the direction is constant. Okay, for motion number 2, we answered constant speed, and changing direction. And because of the changing direction, the velocity also change. Now, if there is a change in velocity, is there a change in acceleration? The answer is yes. So there is acceleration when there is a change in velocity. There is a change in velocity because there is a change in its direction, even if the speed is constant. And number 3 motion, we answered both changing speed and direction. Since both speed and direction change, automatically our velocity also change. Since there is a change in velocity, automatic there is also an acceleration. And for motion number 4, we answered constant speed and constant direction. If both speed and direction are constant, our velocity is also constant. If the velocity is constant, there is no acceleration. Even if the object is moving with a constant speed, but because of its constant direction, there is a constant velocity. And because of its constant velocity, automatically its acceleration is 0. And last, for motion number 5, our speed is 0, direction is none, velocity is 0. Is there an acceleration? The answer is no acceleration. There is no acceleration when the object is motionless. Is it clear to you now when there is acceleration, when there is no acceleration, and what is acceleration? So let's answer our first question. When there is acceleration? There is acceleration when the speed changes while the direction is constant. There is acceleration when the direction changes while the speed is constant. There is acceleration when both speed and direction change. And there is acceleration when the velocity changes. So let us now answer our second question. When there is no acceleration? There is no acceleration when both speed and direction are constant. There is no acceleration when the velocity is constant. And there is no acceleration when the object is motionless or at rest. So what is now acceleration? Acceleration or average acceleration is the rate of change of velocity. It is a vector quantity. When we say a vector quantity, acceleration has both magnitude and direction. In equation, A is equal to delta V over delta T, or also read as the change in velocity over the change of time, which is equal to final velocity minus the initial velocity over the total time of travel of the object. Okay, just remember that VI stands for initial velocity, T for total time of travel, and VF stands for the final velocity. Okay, let us assess your understanding of today's lesson. Which of the following examples has an acceleration? Motion number 1, a car moving from rest to 50 km per hour on a curved road. How about motion number 2, a car moving at 80 km per hour on a straight highway. Motion number 3, cute happy little girl playing on a merry-go-round. Number 4, sliding down a slope of ice. And number 5, many have enjoyed the roller coaster ride. To answer each of the variable in describing the speed, direction, velocity, and acceleration, just select between changing or constant for speed, also for direction and velocity, and select yes or no for acceleration. Good luck! Okay, let us reveal the correct answers. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and share my YouTube channel. Goodbye!
Of the Earth's interior. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell for notification of upcoming new videos.